So in this video, the auditor is following audit trails related to communication of customer performance data throughout the organization. Watch this video and see whether the auditor does this effectively. So earlier in the audit then, we had a very quick look at the customer performance data. I want to follow that audit trail now to how do you communicate that data down to people within the work area.
Absolutely. So this is our customer performance board, and this is the main entrance to the plant. So everyone has to walk through and see this customer performance board before they can start their shift.
Okay, and what's the frequency of updating this information?
We update this weekly based on customer scorecard releases.
Right. And I see you have some very good performance against the customer targets by these green smiley faces. I see here that you have two yellow status customers.
Right.
Now, from the discussion earlier, can you just confirm that this customer is not an automotive customer?
Correct. This is non-automotive product that we make.
think I saw up said this is an off-road customer.
Yes, it is.
Right, so I won't be looking at that during this audit then. Now, this customer I definitely know is an automotive customer because actually they're one of the IATF members. I see you have a couple of reds here. Can you explain to me the reason why?
Absolutely. So for here, you can see that they changed the target PPM on us. We were running at a PPM of 6, meeting target, and then the customer changed it to a target of 2.
Right, okay. And I see at the moment you have a rolling PPM of 20 now against the revised target of 2. Can you give me some explanation? What part number or part numbers have given that problem? Can you give me those part numbers so I can follow that through on the shop floor?
Yeah, so our part number is 5-652.
Yeah.
And 5-653. It's actually right hand, left hand.
Right. Okay. So I will be following through that issue when we go down to the shop floor there and looking at the action plan that you've got to try and improve performance there. How does that action plan get documented to take you from the 20 to the 2 ppm?
Okay, so what we do is we have a cross-functional team that comes together and develops the action plan, and then that action plan goes into our senior leadership meeting.
Right, okay. So I will want to see that action plan when we go to the next stage of the audit. For these part numbers, the 5652 and the 5653, can you get me the latest FMEA and the control plan for that product?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Because again, when we go to the shop floor, I want to use the FMEA and control plan.
Yeah, I'll have that printed
to
for
have
you.
a look at how that risk of failure was identified and what controls you have in place. So if you could get that, and then we'll go to the shop floor and follow that audit trail. So let's summarize with the key learning points. Firstly, auditors should focus in any IATF 16949 audit on customer performance data. Not just sat in the office, but looking at the effective communication of customer performance down through the organization. So the relevant IATF 16949 requirements related to this are 9.1.2.1 that talks about monitoring customer satisfaction, but also probably more relevant to this video was 7.3.1, which is awareness. This is how do we promote customer performance down to the relevant functions and levels within the organization. The second point was focusing on customers where the performance targets are not being met. So in this case, against a target of 2 ppm, the company was currently at 20 ppm for one of their customers. So the auditor tried to understand which of the part numbers giving them the biggest problem, and then asked to see the FME and the control plan to focus on those particular part numbers when they followed the audit trails to the shop floor.